Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, let's do a Celtic cross. I feel the draw to do a Celtic cross. For one, because I need to wait for my nails to finish drying. Um, so let's focus on this. I always seem to paint my nails before I do something like this and then I end up ballsing them up. Okay, so let's just give them some time to dry. I think they're almost there. But before I start pulling some other boxes out, let's say we give 10-15 minutes on a Celtic cross. Okay, oh, we're going to shuffle. It's all good. Okay. Let's see what the energy's like today, guys. Well, there's the situation that we're looking at, the Strength card. Okay, I want to read these. It's just one of them things that a girl goes through. Okay, it's meant to be it's just one of them days, but it's just one of those things. Painted nails, Strength card. Let's see what this wants to say. The message: you will find the wild wisdom that sings in the depths of your soul. The key words are unconditional love, courage, faith, power, and power with awareness, wild wisdom, and compassion. The meeting of the wild and civilized selves. A generous and wise person in your life. You could be entering into a deeper relationship with the forces of life and of nature. Honour and celebrate your sexuality in a way that causes no suffering. We can develop mature strength of soul and character by handling conflict with compassionate awareness, trust and love. Strength card. I'm not picking up much visually from the card, hence why I read it. Okay. Let's have a look at any challenges. The wild and the civilized self. The devil with the lovers here. Okay. Let's read the devil. These are two major arcanas that have come up straight away. Let's see what the devil energy would like to say. Okay, I'm going to have trouble pronouncing this. The dragon of... I can't really pronounce this name, guys. You can have a look, though. Okay, we're going to look in this box. It's the second row down here. This... Nufri. I don't think that is at all how you pronounce it. The dragon of Nufri, we'll call it that, awakens powerfully within you. Great progress is possible, but take care to integrate and channel this force. So we're integrating and channeling the force of the Strength card, which is the wild and civilized. You will find the wild wisdom that sings in the depths of your soul. The meeting of the wild and civilized selves. The divine masculine and the divine feminine. Okay, the opposites here. The keywords for the devil card are potential for abundance and liberation, mastery of life force, obsession and materialism. The meaning is the call to awaken to responsibility. As you learn how to be successful and creative, explore your sexuality and free yourself from inhibitions and repressions. Take care not to become consumed by these activities. Beware of denying the world with its greed, materialism and rampant consumerism, which threatens to destroy the planet. Time to accept responsibility for our life and the way we live it. Okay. Well, seeing as we have the divine masculine, divine feminine energy here showing up within the Strength card, the wild and the civilized, and then we have the lovers here within the devil card as the block. This is about finding some common ground. Okay. It's definitely the feeling of these opposing forces of the yin-yang. Let's have a look at what's gone on in the past. Let's say over the weekend. Where are we today? Tuesday the 19th. Okay, let's have a look at what's gone on over the weekend. Past energy, the world. Another major arcana. Well, there's the Divine Feminine protected here within this frame. It's a mirror. Okay, let's have a look at the World card. The last card in the deck. The message, dancing. I am life, whole, I am one. The keywords are completion, fulfillment, success, abundance, achievement, ecstasy, union of inner and outer life. And I do really feel that this is the point where the Divine Feminine is at, finding this balance. She's most definitely coming across as the strongest within this card. And I just want to pick up on how her hand is, what is this animal? I want to say a boar, but I really have no clue. So we have the Divine Feminine with her hands resting here on this animal, beast, taming the beast. And you can see here as well, as they're embraced as the lovers, it's her hand again that's comforting the masculine energy here with the devil looking over. So I feel here as if the challenge isn't for the Divine Feminine. It looks like that she's found that the blend within. Let's just reread that. Dancing, I am life, whole, I am one. Okay, so the keywords are completion, fulfillment, success, abundance, achievement, ecstasy, union of inner and outer life. Okay, the meaning, the dancer knows she is complete. Great success, a sense of deep and satisfying fulfillment, a pleasing sense of completion combined with the joy of achievement and a feeling on top of the world, serenity and contentment, the completion of a long phase of work, time to celebrate. A phase of spiritual and personal development may be finished. You can stop striving and open up to the blessings of life all around you. Why did I say in the frame, in the mirror? So I feel that this was, it did come up about the Divine Feminine being framed, but more past the seat. Because she is at this point of completion, fulfillment, inner and outer fulfillment, joy, feeling on top of the world. And I feel here as if this is mirroring back now to the Divine Masculine. And I do feel it's as if maybe he didn't have, I don't want to say that he didn't have faith in her. Maybe he didn't have enough faith in her. Because she is at this state of achievement. I can feel her hair tickling me. It's like the Divine Feminine, not intentionally, but she has just progressed through her spiritual awakening. And she's shining now. You can see that she's shining and protected. And it's like she is in the picture. I'm not sure what's tickling me. Let's look at the current energy. 4 of Cups. We have the masculine here, unhappy. Let's have a look. There's that 1 cup behind him, which I feel is the Divine Feminine. And then we have the 2 cups here, one's knocked over. I'm not sure what the masculine's dwelling on here. Let's have a look. But the masculine energy is, he does look like maybe he's been crying. He looks very teary, anyway. Let's have a look at what the masculine energy is up to. What's he feeling? 4 of Cups. fallow period, stagnation and limitation. Okay, the meaning, lacking inspiration or excitement. Time to lie fallow to allow your creative juices to replenish. Beware of ignoring a gift or opportunity through indifference or laziness. Feeling stuck in a rut, this may pass in due course. Developing a structure out of a world born of imagination and feelings. Building a structure out of a world, developing a structure out of a world born of imagination and feelings. So I feel the Divine Feminine here is most definitely her energies reflecting back onto the masculines. This is what he's desiring. Now the word fallow, let's have a look. Fallow, of farmland. Ploughed and harrowed but left for a period without being sown in order to restore its fertility or to avoid surplus production. Leave fallow for a period. Okay. Fallow the ground for a week or so after digging. So this is a period of rest and reflection. Okay, to allow, it said the creative juices to kind of flow back to the Divine Masculine. I believe in both of these cards here it spoke about sexual energy, sexuality. I believe so. Otherwise I'm just going to have sex on the brain. But I'm sure that they spoke about sexuality and it said about getting creative juices going. Okay. Let's carry on. There's no more to add to that one. What's going to happen in the future? What's the future energy looking like? The moon. Okay, so another major arcana. Got 5 cards on the table, and 4 of those are major arcanas, meaning the universe has its hands on this. At the moment, the only thing that's really under control is, or that you can have control over, is this energy. The moon. Fear is a powerful teacher and ally. If you can walk through the gates of fear, you will arrive at the realm of the goddess, who will bless you with inner vision. It's interesting. Seeing as the Divine Feminine's here in this protective bubble, she looks very compassionate, loving. And towards the Divine Masculine's energy here, it looks like the Divine Masculine just really needs to face his fear. And on the other side of that, he will meet with the goddess, the Divine Feminine. So fear is a powerful teacher and ally. If you can walk through the gates of fear, you will arrive at the realm of the goddess, who will bless you with inner wisdom. The keywords are psychic awakening, dreams, deep revelation of feminine mysteries, withdrawal and facing fears. The meaning, change, imagination, creativity. A difficult emotional journey ahead. Any loneliness or confusion you feel will pass as this phase reaches its natural completion. Becoming aware of material from the unconscious. Although upsetting, this could help your creative process. Let yourself be guided by trust, and you will pass through your fear to emerge stronger. Imagination, fantasy, vision, and creative work. Okay, the Divine Masculine here is looking at facing his fear, and it feels very much as if he's wanting to level up to the Divine Feminine's level. Okay. Let's have a look at what's going on behind the scenes. The Two of Swords at a crossroads. There is a feminine here. So this is what's going on behind the scenes. Really what I want to say that Divine has its hands on. We've got a dilemma. Opposition. Well, I picked that up straight away with the two cards here. Opposing forces. So the Two of Swords. Dilemma, opposition and procrastination. You may bring about a temporary reconciliation. Eventually, the storm clouds will break and the conflict will be resolved. You may be struggling with a dilemma, a need for diplomacy, negotiation and integrity. Knowing when to confront, when to decide and when to... They're giving me these words today. I like to know what I'm talking about. Some of them I skip. I don't check every word, but placate. Placate. Make something less angry or hostile. Okay, so here we have the feminine's energy here. Placate. Placate. Let's get back to it. What was the meaning again? Make someone less angry or hostile. They attempted to placate the students with promises. Okay. That's interesting. They attempted to placate the students with promises. And I want to say, we can go back to the Divine Masculine maybe not having complete and utter faith within the Divine Feminine and the path that she was on. And I feel now the Divine Feminine is actually, the Divine Masculine's the student. He's also on this, he's found himself on the same path. And he wants to level up. So I feel that the kind of, the guidance is coming from the Divine Feminine. It's said to kind of level up and you'll face your fears and you will meet, you know, the goddess. You will find yourself at the realm of the goddess. And she will help you with your inner wisdom. So saying that they attempted to placate the students with promises, I feel that this is the spiritual awareness, the awakening of what's on the other side. Okay. So, placate. Knowing when to confront, when to decide, and when to placate, calm or compromise. So here we have the Divine Feminine's energy here. It's interesting really because it normally means being at a crossroads and not knowing which path to take, but this is really just shouting out about the Divine Feminine just trusting her wild wisdom. It's like she is taking control of her own inner and outer life, but also being, it's coming through a role model for the Divine Masculine to, footsteps to follow in. Okay. Let's see how, I'm not sure if it's the Divine Feminine or the Divine Masculine, but let's see how they're viewing themselves. The Three of Pentacles, I feel it's the masculine's energy on catch-up, studying. He has a pussycat, finding his wild side, very contented. The cat is wanting some attention, but the Divine Masculine, I want to say, is too busy here, kind of being that student. He's on catch up. Let's read what the Three of Pentacles wants to say. This is how I want to say the Divine Masculine. Well, actually, if you have a look, there is one feminine here, I believe, and then there's two masculines, but maybe the Divine Feminine will be observing this. She'll be either sensing this or seeing it within the physical, that there has been progress within the Divine Masculine's energy. The keywords are increase, craft, skill, and appreciation. So I feel here straight away that appreciation, it is the Divine Masculine who has the appreciation for the Divine Feminine. I feel like it's a newfound appreciation. Okay. Work flourishes as you build on previous efforts. The skilled use of matter and intelligence to create works of beauty and value. Financial rewards or appreciation following a long period of apprenticeship. Work may still need to be done, but support is at hand. That's awesome. Support is at hand, and it all looks like it's really the Divine Feminine's hand, who is supporting the Divine Masculine. I want to say whether that's in the physical or energetically. The Divine Feminine is in this balanced state where it's like she can offer it both ways. Regardless of whether or not there's a devil, kind of, it's like this isn't, the devil doesn't scare the Divine Feminine. She has no fear. It's the masculine who's very fearful of the devil. But once he drops that, he's going to find himself at this the same level here as the Divine Feminine. And there's a helping hand. So yesterday we had it come through that the Divine Masculine was being guided by guardian angels and also spirit animals. You can see that he has this kind of like tiger with him here. I'm trying to look around the table for it and I'm holding it. The tiger here. Oh, I feel as if the Divine Masculine is just a big pussycat. Really, at heart. Then Scaredy Cat came out. Okay. Well, he can face that. He can level up. Three of Pentacles. Did I finish reading it all? Yes. Work may still need to be done, but support is at hand. Let's have a look at how others are viewing maybe the Divine Masculine. How maybe this is affecting his environment, people that are surrounding him at the moment. It's come up with the Divine Feminine's energy. I said that the Divine Feminine could just be kind of sitting back watching this kind of hamster wheel going around and around. It's like she's just in the middle, just kind of watching it all go on. Because this is the Five of Pentacles, and I feel it's the Divine Feminine energy here, just watching kind of the Divine Masculine. I want to say maybe learn the hard way, but knowing that he needs to kind of go through this, we can call it cat and mouse, we can go through the chase until you tire. If the Divine Feminine's looking in on this, then I believe that it's kind of like it's a new dawn coming, a new day. It's like he's going to fall down the rabbit hole. Okay. I feel here though, it's this kind of energy as if the feminine's going seriously. Have a look at her head, like how her hand is on her head as if to say, not that there could be such an easy way, but the Divine Feminine's in this balanced state, so you can kind of have a look out on how everything is reflected, okay, back to you. And she's in this protective, balanced state here, just with her hand on her head here. It's like she's kind of covering here, and it's just like as if she's going, seriously, it doesn't need to be this hard, but it is a hard journey when you're going through it, and you don't realise that. You definitely don't take really advice from anyone else until you start to come to your own realisations. It does all happen naturally. It did say this as well, I believe, with this card, that this will pass as it comes to its natural completion. This journey is very natural. But when you are kind of in the realm of the goddess on the other side, let's say that with the well card here, it means that you've wrapped up all cycles that need to be wrapped up so that you can move on to a new spiritual life beginning. And the Divine Feminine's just kind of sitting here on top of the world, balanced in her emotions. You can see all the 4 kind of signs here with the pentacles, which will be your earth sign, and then you've got your fire sign with the wands. Okay, you've got the swords with your air, and then you've got your cups, okay, with your water signs. So there's balancing out here. I always like to look at this as well, because if you need to be balanced within the 4 fixed signs, I always kind of look at this as being the 5th element or the 13th star sign, okay? It's just when you've managed to incorporate it all and you understand that we are just one. So it's this wholeness. That I believe it did say that at the beginning, the message is, I am one. You just have to kind of sit back and watch the world carry on. Okay. Let's get back to this. Any hopes or fears? We've got 2. Let's take this one first. The Lady. I don't feel the Divine Feminine has any fears. Let's start with this one first. I felt it was a feminine and a masculine for 2 cards to come out, because the reading is very split. There's opposing forces here. Maybe for not too much longer. Let's look at the Lady, which is the Divine Feminine's nurturing, motherly energy. Okay, so this will be the Empress card. Right, these are at the back. The message. Oh, this is interesting, because this could be an inclination for the Divine Masculine, because it says, open yourself to the fertile, nurturing power of the goddess. This power will fill you with passion and the ability to be creative and to enjoy a life of abundance and sensual delight. So I was picking up on this kind of a getting the juices flowing, a sexual energy here. Wanting to explore your sexuality. Okay. So the keywords are fertility, passion, creativity, sensuality, nurturing, motherhood, beauty, happiness and healing. The meaning is opening to love, trust and abundance. Sexual or motherly passion, following the feelings and sensuality rather than the intellect. Marriage or pregnancy, this may manifest as a new relationship or a new cycle of stability and abundance, or the conception of an idea or desire. The warm, caring attributes of motherhood, whether of actual children or of ideas, relationships or projects. Wow. Okay. And then we have the 3 of Wands. This is what the masculine has to be open to. It's like it's here. This is a card of manifestation, the 3 of Wands. But he needs to open up. What did it say here? Open yourself to the fertile, nurturing power of the goddess. Opening to love, trust and abundance. And a lot of sexual energy. Passion. 3 of Wands. Enterprise, confidence and realising goals. Your hard work begins to bear fruit, particularly in business, communications, writing or invention. A good time for long-term planning or bringing 3 factors together in order to launch a project. Favourable financial returns, productive ideas and realising long-term dreams and goals. And I want to say all with the helping hand of the Divine Feminine's energy. Very much here, the Divine Masculine realising and understanding the power of the goddess of the Divine Feminine. Let's have a look at an outcome. Princess of Cups. This card just screams love. Okay. Sensitive, tender, and imaginative. Look at this, embracing the Divine Feminine's energy here. An opportunity to follow your dreams. The beginning of a project. Good news. The arrival of a new soul in the world and the birth of a baby. The beginning of a loving relationship. A sensitive, loving and imaginative young person. That's an awesome card. An opportunity to follow your dreams, the beginning of a project, good news. The arrival of a new soul in the world. Okay, so we have a new soul in the world. Well, we have the Divine Feminine here. This whole reading's really shouting out that the Divine Masculine wants to level up. That'll be a new soul within that world. He will be in that realm as well. Okay. I'm not going to clarify these anymore. We're going to look at the bottom of the deck. How long did that take? The nails will most definitely be dry now. We've got the Two of Wands. It's like at the moment maybe the Divine Masculine is Mr. Invisible. That's what I feel. You can kind of sense his energy and his essence. You know he's there. And I want to say that like within you. So you know that the Divine Masculine within you is wanting to face this fear, is wanting to embrace the Goddess and open up to love, trust and abundance. And to not be fearful. Okay. Let's look at the Two of Wands. Creative tension, doorway, exploration. The energy and potential of a partnership. That's what I just spoke about. You could feel the energy and the potential of a partnership. Allowing the relationship between two ideas, projects or feelings to unfold and open up new areas of possibility. Although you are satisfied that you have everything you need, you may also long for more. You may be searching for a deeper meaning or contemplating taking a journey. Okay, so we can see the masculine's most definitely in contemplation here. It's like contemplation of catch-up. I feel it's like, what does he need to do to get to this status of being a new soul in the world? Okay. I want to get some, let's get my words out. Oracle of the Fairies. Let's see what the fairies would like to say. Okay, we're going to get one for the masculines and one for the feminines. Precious time. The Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. I believe that this is about how precious the Divine Feminine's time is, how valuable being within her essence, her presence. So I do feel this is a message for the Divine Feminines here. Let's find out. Are you a clock watcher, or does it feel like the days are passing you by? The Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully, even in peaceful solitude or meditation, to make the most of your time on earth and celebrate the magical gift of life. With time comes age, and with age often comes wisdom, which makes wisdom a precious gift from time if we've learned the lessons that time has gifted to us. Perhaps you feel as though you never have enough time to do all of the things you need to do, but it's our attitude to time that dictates the way it impacts our lives. In fairyland time, okay, I wish to put some commas in, but hey, that's cool, I can do that. In fairyland, time isn't linear, so fairies don't feel the same restrictions and confines of time that we experience here in the human realm. This is really touching on kind of the transition with the divine feminine about how not that you make time, but there's enough time. Time isn't something that dictates to the divine feminine. It speaks about being in this goddess realm rather than in the human realm, and the masculines can be very orientated on being too busy, not having enough time. Most definitely not having enough time for love, sex and romance. Okay, it's normally work orientated. Perhaps you feel as though you never have enough time to do all the things you need to do, but it's our attitude to time that dictates the way it impacts our lives. In fairyland, time isn't linear, so fairies don't feel the same restrictions and confines of time that we experience here in the human realm. If you're governed by time and are always glancing at your watch, try taking it off and notice how it makes you feel. Feeling free within time is a beautiful experience. Be aware of time, but don't be ruled by it, and always make time for yourself. This card could also be saying that you're about to learn a timely lesson. It's also important to respect the time of others. Are you always fashionably late? If so, set your alarm a little earlier, arrive on time, and surprise everyone. Okay, good message there for both. Let's put another one. Try taking the watch off. When I went away last week, I spoke about how I had a watch and it was just so heavy, but you know, sometimes you do need to keep an eye on the time if you've got a train to catch, but I do normally find that there's no point worrying about time. You'll get somewhere when you get there. Abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. Let's talk about this fairyland and human land again. I'm going to have to delve into some fairies a bit more. Okay, abundance. All I've got coming through is celebrate good times, come on. It's a celebration. Okay, abundance. We're going to carry on singing. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last around the year. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Alright, come on. Woo! Okay, the arrival of... Let's bring it back to human land. The arrival of this fairy tells you that abundance is on the way. Perhaps you'll receive an unexpected gift or a cash windfall. It could also be a spiritual gift. Whatever form it takes, you just have to make sure that you're ready for it. Make sure you're in a place of receptivity, that you believe and know you're worthy to receive any abundance. Work on this if you feel it could be an issue for you. By feeling truly worthy, we can be receptive to the flow and blessings of abundance in our lives. If you feel unworthy, ask yourself why and be honest in your answer. But this is the key to the door of abundance from the universe, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Often feelings of unworthiness can stem from childhood, and facing these feelings can sometimes be challenging and painful. Talking your feelings through with a trusted friend or a professional counsellor could reap many rewards, shifting any negative views of yourself and of your worthiness to receive. Self-worth is key here. The Fairy of Abundance says there's enough abundance in the universe for everyone, and you have just as much right to it as anyone else. So prepare yourself for incoming abundance and enjoy. Now this here was just shouting out how the Divine Feminine is feeling very worthy and receptive to receiving this abundance that she knows is coming in. And also, I want to say she has the belief that the Divine Masculine is worthy of such abundance as well. Even if the Divine Masculine is kind of on catch up, he's kind of holding this image of the Divine Feminine in his mind. He's wanting to step up to that level. And the Divine Feminine is kind of saying, you know, this abundance, this prosperity, this opportunity is there for you as well. She sees the worthiness and the potential within the Divine Masculine, even if he doesn't see that himself. And it's like she will help him. It spoke there about maybe reaching out and speaking to a trusted friend. Not only somebody that's got your hands, but also has got your back. Okay. And that can be telepathically talking, communicating in the physical. We still have Mr. Invisible here. So I believe that this is going to be a lot of communicating, telepathy, dream state. Just an understanding. Okay. Now we're staying fairies, fairyland and human land. I'm not sure. Let's have a look at what fairies have I got that are shouting out at me. I want to get some daily guidance. Come out, wherever you are. Oh, I feel like we're in Munchkin land. Okay. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Clap your hands, get out of bed. Who knows where we're going here? I can't seem to find anything to do with angels. I've lost a deck of cards that I would like to use. I want fairies, didn't I? I didn't want angels. Okay. Can't seem to find any fairies. What am I using here? Daily guidance from your angels. Okay. Let's get a message from here. Giving and receiving. This is spot on. Okay. With being receptive to receiving the abundance that's coming. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale, give, or only inhale, receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. Giving and receiving. The angels sent this card to you because your giving and receiving ratio has been out of balance lately. If you've been, if you've been giving much more than receiving, you've likely been feeling that others are taking advantage of your kindness. If your imbalance is in receiving more than giving, you may have felt uneasy, depressed, or even guilty. While it's impossible to perfectly balance giving and receiving each day, you can strike a healthy balance. To do so, make sure to give something like time, money, a gift, or a compliment on a daily basis without expecting anything in return. On the same day, be a gracious receiver to unexpected offers of help, compliments, or other gifts. Say thank you without embarrassment or guilt. In relationships, where you're the primary giver, express your needs and ask for help. So the additional meanings for this card: in your relationships, make sure you both give and receive. The situation you're asking about requires balanced male and female energies. To receive first, you must give. Tiva, whether it is you need more of time, money, items, and so on. I think I said that word right. Might be another one we have to look up. Affirm. I now receive good graciously into my life. No, you can just affirm that. I now receive good graciously in my life. Okay. Don't want to do no more research on words at the moment. Giving and receiving. It's that hand as well. Having balance of the divine and, well, the divine masculine and feminine. It said masculine and feminine energies, but and you can see here the feminine is balanced, and it's the masculine energy that is not. Maybe been it said you may find that you haven't been given as much, so it might be time to give time. Might be time to give some of your time, compliments, just anything. But it's about giving it without the need to receive anything back in return. When you understand with giving and receiving, you give, but it's not often to the maybe the mouth that you give to, okay, that's going to actually be the one to be giving back to you. That will come in maybe in the other hand. So it's really important to focus on giving and receiving without the need to receive back immediately from the same source. Just be receptive to receiving it. It said there on the same day that you give, also be receptive to receiving back the gifts that the universe will deliver to you. If you're too focused waiting for it to be given back to you from the source that you gave to, you'll be missing the opportunity that the universe is giving to you in another kind of direction. Creative project. I kind of went like that because there's a harp, and I have a harp, but I need to learn how to play the harp. So creative project, and I've been kind of looking at it the last few days and thinking I've got to crack on and learn how to play this harp. I'm not great with, I won't say that, I really do need to learn stringed instruments. I'm good with kind of woodwind, but when it comes to string instruments, okay, anyway, I saw the harp on here. It gave me a little nudge to get practicing. Creative projects. This card says, oh no, sorry, let's go back. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We are guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion toward your life. This card says that you need more avenues for creative expression. The angels are guiding you to look for such outlets at work and at home. For example, write, play music, make crafts, paint, sew or redecorate. Losing the voice. Okay, it doesn't matter whether your artistry is market ready. What's important is that you allow your inner artist to enjoy freedom of expression. Additional meanings for this card: work on a meaningful project that you've been procrastinating about. It's not as easy as what it looked. Especially when you have to use two. Okay, I do need to master this skill of playing the harp. It's hilarious. I made myself giggle. It'll be worth it in the long run. Okay, enroll in a creative class such as photography or dance. Your life purpose and a meaningful career will come to you through creative ways which are unimaginable right now. So don't worry about how or what your life purpose is. Just follow the path before you. We spoke about musical instruments yesterday. Oh, made me smile. Okay. It's definitely about tapping into music, guys, and your creative side. Should we get one more? Okay, let's get one more. family. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. I feel here as if this is a ball here, maybe like the world, that's in front of the feminine here, and I believe that this is her just emitting the energy, this nurturing, loving, motherly goddess energy out to the world. We're all family. That's what I want to say. But I also, as I was reading that, I believe that this may have something to do with the divine masculine situation. Let's read the meaning. This card means that the question you asked about is related to a family issue. It could be that some healing work is needed concerning one particular family member. It's the first person who comes to mind while reading this. Or this card might signal a need for more family togetherness, such as spending an evening or a holiday together. Your angels will guide you through this passage. Additional meanings for this card. A new addition to your family is entering. You have friends who are like a second family to you. It's time to face old feelings so they can be released and cleared. Release an unwanted pattern by forgiving one or more family members, including yourself. There's a lot of family healing that needs to take place. Okay, boundaries need to be set, and really just within yourself to know what, to understand your own worthiness. Okay, and this really needs to kind of take place before you get to this world card. You wrap up cycles that won't be coming with you. You're not going to be carrying forward into this new realm. I feel here the Divine Feminine is just in this holding space. Okay. Let's get a postcard from Spirit. I'm looking at all the kind of the timing aspects of this card here. Looks like it's 20, I'm going to say 26 minutes past 1. 1 clock says. The other clock, I think it looks about 22 minutes past 8. How many clocks does she have here? She reminds me of the Mad Hatter. She's got quite a lot of clocks. The hourglass has run out of time. The cup's knocked over. There's all these books here, and there's like the wisdom of the owl. It's like, who's late for class? Who's late for class? Spoke about timekeeping. Okay. Let's get back to the postcard from Spirit. You are loved. There's a rose on here with Cupid, look. Dearest Stu. Okay, this is nice because it spoke about the fairy tale land and then the human land. So we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you always and forever. We just adore you over here. That comes in with this one love. We're all family. Universal, unconditional love. That's beautiful. That the Divine Feminine's energy looks like she's in this state. It's the Divine Masculine energy within us all that's just having the sphere here. Okay. Should we end on a Mother Mary card? Black Eyed Peas. Where is the love? Okay. Let's get this wrapped up, guys. Our Lady of Truth. Card number 17. I'm not sure if I've had this one. I'm not really recognising it. I'll be able to tell when I read it. Not that it matters, but it's always interesting when a new card shows up on the scene. When you choose to be in your truth, expressing and being you, you are with me. In those moments, your voice and every action rings true like a bell, sending out waves of sound that cut through that which no longer serves you. Being in your truth empowers that which can assist and support you on your life path. Don't hold back out of fear. Be kind and be true. Let me help you attain both of these spiritual goals now. Remember, being in your truth is how you are closest to me. Your world is changing, triggered by the transformations already happening within you as you grow spiritually. The change that is happening is a raising of your energetic frequency. You may find that you cannot stand some things which once you liked or loved. You cannot quite fit into the old life in the same way, and yet the new life is not fully anchored either. You need some divine rocket fuel to launch you into the new vibration more fully, to allow yourself to live externally exactly what it is that you have become internally. You are bringing your inner world fully and completely into your outer world, and this is a time when worlds can collide. Old truths must give way to the new truths, and you must accept the change to be able to live in your new truth. So speaking about this, you need to wrap up the old ways before you can fully live in this new way, this new truth. This oracle brings you comfort and guidance, encouraging you to honour your truths and especially to be truthful with yourself as you can possibly be. Sometimes we may hide the truth of what we feel, even from ourselves, because we are scared of what may come as a result of being honest. We might fear losing a relationship or a job. We might fear that another will be hurt or think badly of us. Perhaps we may want to control how others perceive us, instead of being honest and running the risk of being criticised or subjected to disapproval. When Our Lady of Truth appears, we are asked to run the risk of loss and to open up, be as real and truthful with ourselves as we can be, and not be fearful of letting someone or something go. Sometimes it isn't a matter of a situation or a person being bad, but simply that they might not be good for us or us for them. Sometimes we can be surprised at how truth turns an impossible situation around and actually brings us healing and closeness. Where perhaps we once feared it would destroy a relationship, truth can often bring in new life. This oracle brings numerous messages. Your frequency is rising, and with this you will find that changes happen in your physical world. Embrace them and stay on course, for these changes are natural and helpful for all involved, even if there is a pain for a while as you let go and face the unknown. Our Lady of Truth is always with you and will protect you through all changes as you honour your true nature. There is also a message that, although you may seem to be surprising people with unusual behaviour at times, and they may say that you aren't acting like yourself, this is not something to worry about. Perhaps what they really mean is that you aren't acting like the person they thought that you were. This is not a bad thing at all. You are allowed to act as the person you truly are or are just starting to become because you are growing. Your truth will require that you change, sometimes deeply and radically, sometimes quite simply and subtly, depending on what is happening within you, but trust it. Finally, if you've been subjected to gossip, lies, attack, deceptions, or are in a situation where you know there are dark dealings or activities which are causing suffering to others, pray to Our Lady of Truth, Mother Mary, who loves you unconditionally for protection for yourself. Then pray for her presence to bring the truth. Then pray for her presence to bring the light of truth to that situation for the greatest good. Do not imagine that you have to become a vigilante for her justice, as she has many methods and not resources, but recourses. Okay. As she has many methods and recourses available to her, but do listen to your heart and your truths and act accordingly. Even your mere presence in such a place, with a heart drenched in prayer, will help her healing take place. But also honour any guidance you have to withdraw from such a situation when the time is right. If you find it difficult to access your truth sometimes, perhaps because they were not mirrored and validated when you were a child, do not concern yourself, for this oracle brings a message that a healing is taking place within you, so that your access to your own truth can open up for you. You are encouraged to complete the following healing process on a regular basis, from 2 or 3 times a week, or even every day for the next 3 weeks to support this process. You are also given the suggestion to take some time to write what you are feeling in a journal. This will help you to tap into your feelings and truths on a more regular basis. The Mother tells you that your truths are worth the time and effort to know. Okay, so here's the healing process and affirmation, guys. It's suggested that you do this at least 2 to 3 times a week, even if not every day. So you could do it every day for the next 3 weeks to support this process. Okay. So before you, there is a large white bell created from pure light. A woman in a white robe with a crown of white roses steps forward to strike the bell with one clean, strong stroke. Pure, powerful sound rings out, echoing through you. Intend to receive that sound for a few moments and know that it is helping support you as you elevate your frequency. You don't have to understand how it happens. Through her power, it just happens. The woman closes her eyes and places her hands in prayer for a moment. She then opens her eyes and gazes directly at you. You can hide nothing from her, and you realise that she loves you and supports you completely. When you are ready to close your healing process, you can say the following affirmation prayer 3 times. Mother Mary, Our Lady of Truth, let your light of truth shine within my heart. May I know and live my own truths with kindness, compassion, and courage. May each one of us be supported in doing so, that we may live and let live without fear. May the light of your perfect justice shine bright for the greatest good. So be it. That's awesome, guys. Especially that the healing process. You have to imagine that there's a woman in a white robe with a crown of white roses steps forward to strike the bell with one clean, strong stroke. And pure, powerful sound rings out, echoing through you. Intend to receive that sound for a few moments and know that it's helping to support you to elevate your frequency. You don't have to understand how it happens. Through her power, it just happens. The woman closes her eyes and places her hands in prayer for a moment, and she then opens her eyes and gazes directly at you. You can hide nothing from her, and you realise that she loves and supports you completely. Okay, and then do the healing affirmation that I just stated. Let's end on let's get a, I feel like I want to end on something. Like a little card. A little card. Yeah. Angels of Light cards. This one is stuck behind honesty. Angel wisdom reminds you that your every thought, word, emotion and action is reflected in your aura. When you are honest, your aura is crystal clear. Everyone knows where they are with you and feels totally safe. The angels suggest that you look within and purify any murky thoughts and feelings. When you are totally honest with yourself, you behave with integrity and dare to be open, for there is nothing to hide, and people respect and trust you. As you radiate a resonance of honesty, people respond to you with openness and honesty in their turn. Affirmation, I am honest in thought, word and deed. And I'm just going to leave the reading there, guys. Okay, have yourself a fantastic day, and I will catch up with you guys soon. Okay, take care. Much love. Bye for now.